Hello guys, today is a very special day because I'm riding the train. Yes, you heard me right. Today I'm riding the southbound City of New Orleans. This trip is very scenic, so yeah. Make sure to stay to the end of the video because you're not gonna want to miss this insanely beautiful scenery because it has some, in my opinion, some of the best scenery in the South when it comes to Amtrak. So yeah, I will get to you when it arrives. So I know how I said I would get to you when it arrives, but there's just a couple things I want to say. I am very excited, so, well actually, obviously, but yeah. In this video, I'm probably not going to be reviewing the seating accommodations in the coach cars, just because I'm probably going to spend the entire time in the lounge cars, just for obvious reasons, because I don't want to spend, that long sitting in the coach seats when the lounge cars, you just get better views. So yeah, you can now see it. Yeah, really excited for this. So yeah, like and subscribe. I love saying that. .304, I believe, is leading. Just going on to the main. Should only be one locomotive today. Last time I rode the City of New Orleans, I was going north to Chicago. Check out that video. It's kind of long now. It's like 40 minutes. This one's probably only going to be around 20, maybe less. Just because this ride's nowhere near as long as that. It's 1/18 the length of that one. So, yeah. Cool. Those in a while. So yeah. Okay, get to you when I board. So once I got on the train, we started to make our way to the lounge car because we didn't want to sit in the coach car for the trip, just because the larger windows and panoramic views. So here's us making our way through the coach car. Not gonna do a tour of it because I have in my previous videos. Here's me struggling to get that open. Lounge cafe started moving as we were going through, so it's kind of scary. It scared me for a second. Here is the inside of the lounge car. It's a Superliner 1, so you can see the wood and stuff. So yeah, found a seat in the lounge car, and yeah, we were going through Hammond. Might be able to see some spots where I filmed some of my videos at. Called an Illinois Central somewhere here. I know I recorded a video on this little field right here. This area is not the first like 10 minutes aren't very scenic, but the rest is pretty scenic. So yeah, gonna take a break from my voiceovers and speak in real life. We're going through Ponchatoula. Yeah, Electric Train Depot should be coming up any second now, where I spend a majority of my Saturdays. So I'll tell you when I see it. Yeah, these tracks are elevated here, so nice. We haven't really gotten to the more scenic parts yet. Just so, yeah. So you see that little warehouse, right? Yeah, that's the Electric Train Depot. See? You might even be able to see the sign. That's it. It's closed today though, so. Going over a set of points right here. That was pretty smooth. Anyways, we should be approaching the bayou soon. Yeah, here's the more scenic parts. We're getting to them actually. So here we're just going through the forest north of Hammond. You can see some of those boxes that you see next to the train tracks are elevated here just because we have hurricanes. We have 7 or 8 hurricanes a year. So, and it's down here, it usually floods in probably twice every 3 years. So almost needed. Again, here's more of that same scenery of just really trees. Right now it's not very scenic. The lounge car is closed, just want to mention that. I don't know if it's always closed on this trip. Here we're getting to more very desolate areas, and it's very interesting. Just looking at it. More of just these vast grasslands. We are approaching a chemical plant. I don't know how often this is used, but it seems like it's pretty major just because of the amount of tanker cars. And we're getting into the more, scenic areas with the water and stuff, because this is what a decent amount of the route looks like. I'll let you enjoy it. Sadly, really, the only scenic parts of this route are in between Hammond and New Orleans. Here is this bridge crossing over, I don't know what this is, but it's very, very scenic. It goes over pretty slowly, too. Yeah. I've gone fishing on this thing, it's nice. It's got a really old bridge, trestle coming up. So, yeah. I believe I've also recorded a video of it going over the spot. Here we're just going through the swamp. Contrary to popular belief, most of Louisiana is not swamps, which is kind of, it does have its fair share of swamps, but it's not completely swamps. really only like the tiny southernmost portion of it has swamps. We are coming up on Lake Pontchartrain. Just past those trees is the beautiful Lake Pontchartrain. Any second now, those trees should clear. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. This point of the year, it's not too bad. Like parallels the shore of it. It's nice. And so I'll let you enjoy it without me speaking for too long. Here is, in my opinion, the most beautiful part of this trip. This little stretch of trackage right here. I think this might actually be faster than taking the car, somewhat, I guess, because I feel like we're racing the cars on the interstate. Literally. Look, I love doing this. Yep, we already passed them. Anyways, yeah, I'll just leave you to enjoy the scenery. Again, we parallel the interstate. For most of this, like for the rest of the trip, not the rest of the trip, but for the next about 5 minutes, we just follow the interstate in New Orleans. But we diverge any minute now, away from it, because we take a more direct route, because it goes through all like the communities, and we just try to go as straight as possible. But it takes longer on the Amtrak because it has to go so slow through the area. This is where we diverge. The airport should come up any second now, so keep your eyes peeled on the screen, because you might be able to see some planes. Oh look, I don't know what type of bird that is. I think it's either a crane or a pelican. Pelican's a state bird of Louisiana, I believe. It's on the flag. Yeah. Look at that signal that was just elevated out of the swamp. Yeah, here's like the little lights that go at the end of a runway. I'm not a plane guy. Okay, the final time I'm gonna say this, but I think this is where we passed them. Okay? So, yeah. I will end the clip right now if we don't pass them. So, yeah. So this is where we passed them. The northbound city of New Orleans, because we're on the southbound, so yeah, this is where we pass them.
Big airplanes.
Oh look, UPS. I think I see a Spirit Airlines over there too. Don't want to ride with them. Please don't sue me. Look, radar tower. I'm not like a plane nerd, so I don't really know any of this, what any of the stuff is. One topic I'd like to learn one day. Any second now, we should get past. I'm actually gonna come back when we stop. I missed the locomotive. Dang it. It's going fast. Here we are just going through New Orleans. You can see a whole bunch of spurs off to industries, I think. We have there's a whole bunch of yards that we saw on our way in. Yeah, so again, if you're a real fan, you're gonna want to keep your eyes open. Here we're just going through the suburbs, outskirts. I think, yeah. Here's a track that's paralleling us. Don't know why those crossing lights were on, because that's kind of weird. I think we could have activated the track circuit on that track, which is kind of funny. Anyways, in this next clip, you can see a wide cab Jeep. I've seen one of those in Hammond on a local. Where are they? GP38-2W, something like that. I think that's their official. I think that's like their model. I think that's like the model name. CN loves wide cab locomotives. I believe it was the inventor of the wide cab, or back then, it was the Canadian comfort cab that they invented, but it was, I guess, just turned into the wide cab. Yeah. I love giving little history lessons in my videos, or explaining to the non-rail fans like what rail fan things. Well, not rail fan things, but what. Just explaining trains to them. So yeah, we're just going through a yard. You can see a whole bunch of tankers. White and black. Oh, yeah, there's SpongeBob. SD-38s. I think. SD40-2s, actually. One of them had a SpongeBob cab. I said SD38 because I just was thinking of the GP38. My bad. Anyways, yeah, we're just cruising through the suburbs. Nothing real special about this part. Because it's not really, there's no unique scenery. All the good scenery's past us. Just want to show you guys this. It's an old tower. Don't know exactly what it, well, for dispatching, I think. Something like that. Here we have another freight yard. You sure do see a lot of these on your way in. Other than that, that's really the only nice scenery on the way in, is if you're a real fan. More and more freight yards. How about I speed it up for you guys? I thought this was really cool. We could see the front of our train for a little bit as we were on a curve. So here we are approaching the New Orleans Amtrak yard. You can see a whole bunch of P-42s. Really nothing special there today, just P-42s like always. You don't really, for some reason you don't see many ALC-42s in the shop, probably because because they're brand new. And they probably don't need very much maintenance if they're like just out of the shop. So here, right there is a V-liner 2, 38 and 37. Usually you don't see pairs like that. Coach baggage, and yeah. Think that's it. I think those are like fueling things. So notice the concrete ties, because you usually do not have those. Here we are pulling into the Union Passenger Terminal. Those are ballast hoppers because Amtrak has to maintain their own tracks because they own these tracks right here. So they have to maintain them. So that's why they have ballast hoppers, because no one will do the job, because like they don't have a freight railroad to do it for them. So on the other side, I saw a Dash 8. I've seen this one because one day it was on the southbound city of New Orleans, 507. So yeah, that was a nice little trip. I enjoyed it. Over here is yeah, this locomotive hit a car on a test run. Yeah. Don't think 312 is going to be back for a long time. I mean, look at it. It's not looking too good. Gonna have to go under like so much fixing. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next video, and Astro Brady is out.